Good evening. Perhaps the most shocking thing you will hear tonight, or maybe all week, is that the art of dreaming is gained or lost at about 3 years of age. 3. And you may be surprised to hear that we all come into this life with the rough capacity for the big dreams in life. I'm going to wait until the microphone kind of evens out a little bit before I continue, if you guys don't mind, because it seems to be kind of fluctuating up and down. So I'm going to wait until we get the level where it's going to stay. I'm just going to keep talking and let them get it to the right place. All right, seems like we might be there now. All right. So, some of you might be surprised that we all come into this world with the rough capacity for the big dreams in life. The mine shaft to that rare ore opens at about 3 years of age. And if you got the mining help you needed then, you may never have lost the art of dreaming. Yet many of us do find that we never brought that rough rock to the surface, and now it is further buried under a slag heap of dream-denying life experiences. But tonight, I'm here to promise you that no matter how deeply life's dump truck has piled your heap, the art of dreaming is never lost forever. And here's why. The capacity for big dreams is part of what I call the childhood treasure of faith. Faith is the third of 7 childhood treasures, 7 innate opportunities that we all need to develop in order to be successful adults. As its name implies, faith includes your religious or spiritual beliefs, and it is more. The childhood treasure of faith is the bigger capacity behind those mystical beliefs. It is your ability to believe in the impossible, to believe in the unprovable. It even includes your capacity, your willingness to believe in the fantastic, that which is beyond your imagination. And that is the powerful gemstone you might have mined at age 3. But did you? Well, you probably don't remember being 3. Most of us don't. So if you will, allow to stand in for your memory my knowledge about 3s and my experience with hundreds of them. First, know that from birth to almost 3, you spent almost all of your time completely focused on yourself, especially your body. Your job back then was as a little mechanic. You were just figuring out how all of this machinery worked. I mean, think about it. When you were born, you were this floppy noodle with absolutely no motor control. And by the time you were 3, you could walk, run, climb, pedal, talk, and mostly control your bodily functions. So after more than 2 years of intently focused on your body, paying attention to the machine, learning how it worked, one day you looked up. It's almost as if 3 suddenly decide to, okay, got that, and let's see what else is out there. And they look around and they're amazed. Oh, look, and all this too, wow. That suddenly discovered world was amazing to you when you were 3 years old. You could not resist its many wonders. And so you evolved from being a little mechanic. You became a mini mystic. And everything around you was magical. Everything was a miracle to you. Without logic, which doesn't even begin until 6 or 7 years of age, this incredible load of incoming sensory data from our world was just like wow after wow after wow for you. Dew-covered baby spiders in a web were diamond spiders. And the cottonwood seeds filling the air were warm snow. And you swear that the moon followed the car all the way home from Nana and Pop-Pop's house. Magic. Now this illogical and frankly awestruck perspective on the world reveals 3 important characteristics of 3ness. First, they are prone to flights of fancy. They make huge leaps of faith on the basis of very little evidence. 2, Threes have this belief in transformation as a fundamental property in life. So in their mind, anything can change and become something completely different. And in fact, most of the big dreams that 3-year-olds have are about changing something bad to make it good, to make the world better for them. The third characteristic is that when 3-year-olds look around this remarkable world that we adults barely notice anymore, what they see everywhere is evidence of magic. So those 3 factors, flights of fancy, certainty that anything can change into anything else, and belief in magic. Those created a potential big dreamer in you when you were 3 years old. And there you stood, probably on your tiptoes, literally trembling with excitement, ready to dive down that mine shaft and grab the rough oar of faith and bring it into the light. As a developmental psychologist, my question is, did the adults in your childhood provide you with the support and the help that you needed? Did they show some patience with your tumbling, stumbling words? Did they listen to your fanciful imagery and say, "Oh, tell me more"? Did they hear your impossible dreams and ask, "How can I help you with that?" Because sadly, it's shockingly easy to disenchant a little dreamer at this age. And we do it all the time. Well-intentioned parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, neighbors, teachers, we do it all the time. We don't mean to, but we do. And I think it's because we adults just don't know what to do with those impossible dreams of 3-year-olds. And so maybe we very kindly and gently say, "Oh, honey, you can't do that, you're too little." Or maybe we offer a sort of backhanded compliment like, "Wow, your ideas are really amazing. But you know you can never do that, right?" And then we explain why. And sometimes, just outright derision. "That's impossible, you're crazy, nobody can do that." I don't think we adults mean to be mean. Mostly, I think what we're guilty of is PWI or TWI, parenting or teaching without information. And we have to admit that some families go far beyond just dismissing childish dreams. In some families, like mine, adults are the sources of adverse childhood experiences, or ACEs. Physical, sexual, emotional abuse, as well as other toxic traumas, can keep that potential dreamer from even the awareness that there is a raw ore of faith lying there patiently, waiting to be mined. So, whether ignorantly or toxically, did the adults in your childhood fail to provide you with the tools and support that you needed? Maybe you stayed out of that mine shaft altogether and left the raw ore of faith lodged in your psychological bedrock. What if the developmental window for its discovery just closed and you moved on from 3 to 4, leaving the art of dreaming buried? Well, good news. That ore is still there, and you can start digging right now. And I am one proof point that it is never too late to start. I didn't tackle my own really huge slag heap until I was 30. But I kept digging, and I went deep enough to find the lost art of my dreams. And so how do you begin? Well, I'm going to offer you 2 tools right now to help you reopen that mine shaft and get started with your mining job. Here's the first tool. You ready? Yes. You need to get rid of your butt. Your B-U-T butt. Truthfully, you probably speak about your dreams all the time, but you need to learn to speak the language of your dreams without the but. As in, but that'll never happen in my lifetime. Or, but I'd never be able to afford that. Or, but I'm too old. Or, but anything. Just leave out the but. Just say the dream and stop. I've always wanted to learn how to fly an airplane. You know, I think someday I'd like to hike in the Himalayas. And wouldn't it be cool to compete in ballroom dancing? No but. Just stop there. It may be difficult for you to give up your but. It may take some time and some practice. And in fact, you may need to start first with developing a new habit of just listening to yourself. So if you have any struggles with this, I suggest that you invite a trusted friend or family member to just very kindly and gently remind you whenever your butt is showing. Now, when I do workshops on the 7 childhood treasures, I define the big dreams of faith as dreams that have a really big impact, an impact that outlasts a lifetime. So certainly, a doctor who invents a cure for a deadly disease, or an author who writes a book that inspires readers for generations, those are big dreamers. But also, parents raising children have a huge impact that outlasts their lifetimes. Also, a business owner whose company prospers a whole community for generations is a big dreamer. And really, almost any average person of integrity can have an impact that outlasts their life, doing simple things, volunteering at the local shelter, volunteering at a school, helping elderly neighbors mow their grass, plow their snow out of the way. So given that definition of a big dream, here's your second tool. Pick a passion and start. Look at the world anew with the fresh and innocent eyes of a 3-year-old child. And yes, see all of the magic and all of the miracles, but also see the things that should change. So what are some things that someone should do to make the world a better place? Well, I think somebody should close all the puppy mills. I think somebody should put an end to child abuse. I think somebody should clean all the plastic out of the oceans. So now let's hear some of your ideas. What do you think that someone should do to make the world a better place? Just go ahead and shout them out. Someone should.
Stop racism.
Someone should. Good. Someone should.
Clean up the oceans.
Yeah, come on. Someone should save the manatees. Someone should. Someone should. Good. All right. Now your mining tool, later tonight or tomorrow is fine, is to take some of these someone should statements, the ones you said or the ones you thought and didn't say out loud, and turn them around and make them I could statements. Now you're going to just try them on like a shirt you're thinking about buying. So say them out loud. I could close all the puppy mills. I could put an end to child abuse. I could clear the oceans of plastic. And as you say them, listen for that one that sort of tightens your throat, catches your voice. Feel the one that raises the hair on the back of your neck or brings tears to your eyes. And respect the one that grabs you by your emotional shirt front and says, you're coming with me. And then, just do something. Take one step toward this big dream that has touched you. You might find that you take a different step, a different direction, or even that you find a different big dream to pursue, and that's okay. Just pick a passion and take a step. Every time you do, your childhood treasure of faith comes a little closer to the surface. And this is exactly how I found my big dream. My dream is to change for the better the way we treat children in America. Do you see me up here doing that? No? Yes? Okay, here's how it works. I show you how to mine your childhood treasure of faith, how to bring the big dreams into your life. And I do hope you do that. I hope you grab that gemstone of faith, dream a big dream, believe in it with the passion of a 3-year-old child, and pursue that impossible dream forever. And if you do, then my big dream will be coming true. But I also have a secret part of my dream, a sort of hidden agenda dream. And that is that you are now better equipped to help the little miners around you. That you will be less likely to accidentally disenchant a mini mystic, that you might be able to hand some mining tools to the 3-year-olds who come into your life. Just remember, go on your treasure hunt first. Like the oxygen mask on an airplane, let the childhood treasure of faith inspire you with big dreams before you try to help the little ones around you. And for yourself and for the mini mystics in your life, just remember this one thing. The art of dreaming is never lost forever. So go mining and find it. Because when you do, when we all do, future generations of 3-year-olds will never lose the art of dreaming again. Thank you.